even good guard is not played flat in the back. It is played picking angles, trying to change to knock people off balance and to create opportunity. It's not a flat position. Okay? So immediately, wherever the partner is, turn and face them. So right now, I have not engaged in Mike at all. He should be already not flat. Okay? We build habits when we train. So if you just kind of flop on the ground, go flat on your back, and then let your partner come in, you'd be amazed at what's going to happen in the middle of your live rolls, where you kind of allow the same thing to exist. So get used to wherever you're at, get to your side, face whatever the threat is, okay? And think of your hands like a little looking glass, or the sights of your weapon or the like. Put your hands up and look at them through the gap in your hands. So the moment I'm here, this way Mike's hands are up, okay? And if he's looking at me down the barrel or whatever, okay, for the most part, put it towards your partner's face. Again, it's gonna be correct way more than it's ever wrong. And that's the name of the game. This is just Moneyball. It's playing the numbers to try to do the most correct things, okay? And try to make it to where it's easier to make the right decisions, not the wrong decisions. So the moment he's here, he's on his side, and his hands are up, and he's literally just looking at me through that little looking glass. So that if I start to come at him, and again, when we're talking about real fighting, and when emotions kick in, you are your face. Okay? When you look at crime and things of that nature, when the person tends to know the other individual, or emotions tend to play the highest factor, the face becomes almost always the primary target. Okay, so if my hands are up, this is predominantly the target that we're aiming for. So the moment I come in, my legs are going to be nice and wide. Yeah, we're just drilling, but even in drilling, we still need to make the right decisions. Okay, we can't go, well, I'll make the right decisions later, but while we're drilling, it doesn't matter. Okay. So even Mike's legs are bent so that he can kick off with his feet whenever he needs to or wants to. His hands are already up, even though I haven't actually started to step in. So now the moment I start to make my connection, this hand is going to go up towards the shoulder, form into my neck, and this one's going to start to play with my hip. Biggest part I like is the palm, okay, does not physically go into either the hip or my neck. It's the wrist. Okay, we're going to play with that just for a little bit. Predominantly it's this top one. So as soon as I start to come in, I get met with a frame pushing on my neck and a frame pushing on my hip. So if I want to start making the connection, I have to push through this. And for most people, this little push into the throat makes them uncomfortable enough that it starts to keep them away and not really let them press in. But I'm dumb and stubborn, so I press, and then now I'm into side control. So when I'm up on top, elbow over the hip, and this hand, I bring it under the head. Lots of different variations. It's all preference. It's not a requirement. You'll see some people that will come in, let's get a monster grip, squeeze the living crap out of them. You'll see some where it's like, no, through here, reach through, put your fingers into the armpit, pull them in, drive your shoulder into their face. It's all preference, okay? Once you start to learn how you play your position, you're gonna mix and match and do it however you like, okay? But first part, we're just gonna do through here. My body goes on top of his body, elbow goes over the top, this hand comes underneath, okay? What I like to do is I push my elbow in, and then I put my hand into the floor, so I can wedge it in and keep that tension. And this hand for me just kind of floats, so I can move it around, do what I like. So first part we're gonna do, Mike's got me in position through here, I'm up on top. We're just gonna go for about 10 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna hold on with both arms, however you want to hold on, doesn't matter, as long as it's both arms, one over the top and one by the head. Okay, if he moves, I move, my whole goal is to stay on top, and do not let his legs get in between the two of you. Okay, and also at the same time, Mike's not gonna do anything super massive or he's just gonna give me some general pressure, so I can move around and feel. Okay, ready? And go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Time. So that's 2 arms. Okay, now we're going to play getting rid of 1 arm at a time. Just so we can see where is our control actually coming from. Because my job as an instructor, it's not to teach you, it's to prove it to you. It's to show you something, and then at the end of it, for you to believe it. Not just go, ah, well, Dave said so, so this is the way I do it. Okay, it's to show it to you, prove it to you, why it works, at least within my realm, and then either you believe it or you don't. And then if you believe it, more than likely you'll do it, and if you don't believe it, you won't. Okay? If you trust your shield, you'll use it. If you don't trust your shield, you're not going to use it. So now I get into the same position. So now through here, I'm going to put one hand behind my back. Again, Mike is just pushing me around. His goal through here is create space, get to his knees, or get his knees in between him and I. Okay, ready? Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Ready? Go. 10, 9, 8. So you're just going to do the exercise with your partner. It's about 30 seconds worth of work. A little talking maybe for you. So, 2 hands on. They're going to move around. Again, your job is to stay with them, keep them pinned down to the ground. Don't let them get to their knees, and don't let them get their legs in between you. If you're on bottom, you're trying to get to your knees, trying to get your legs in between. And again, we're going to do 1 set, 2 hands holding on, 1 set where we get rid of 1 hand, and 1 set where we get rid of the other. Just so we can understand what each hand brings to the table as we're trying to control our partner. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, 2.
We're just get a little bit this way.
Remember,
To
partner,
the camera, no, I meant away from the dog.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, we're just giving some decent pressures, but we're not going hot wild.
Come on.
All right, so first one, 2 hands.
2 hands in.
I have some squares. I have some squares.
I disputed this way, I promise. There you go.
All right, first one, if you're the top player, count it down for them. They move, you move. Put your weight on top of them. On top of those feet.
The square. Dave was right, I got it.
This is square. That's not a square.
Those purple
So
dogs.
then after 10
Holding
seconds.
back. Oh, that was good pressure.
Then choose one hand over
Okay,
another.
good job. 10. All right, other hand. Okay, so this one is that. Okay. Ready? Go.
Keep that weight on them though. Keep that weight on them.
Sorry.
Smash
No, it's all
it. Yeah,
good.
keep that weight.
I got first.
No, we'll try to get rid of 1 arm now. Okay?
All right, ready? Yep, yep.
The one at the hip. Oh, this one.
10. That's 10.
Smoke.
It's got away from the down. From the what? Where they're gone.
Try
Go.
that one behind your back. Okay. Put that one back. There you go.
This is really hard. I love that you're counting for me. Remember? I forgot again. I'm going back to Sesame Street.
I'm more of an electric company.
Well, both. I had to watch both.
But I did watch them both. 3, 2, 1 Contact was one of my favorites.
That one too. That was after school.
Yes. That and the Bloodhound Gang.
Remember the bloodhound.
That was part of 3-2-1 contact.
Oh, right. You wanna come back over here, the other guy? Wait, no. Yeah, we're still in there, girl back, yeah.
So here, I wanna be here. And this hand
You got him in.
in particular.
You're gonna go to girl crew. Girl crew. Yes. Away from sweaty boy land.
Yeah.
Yes,
It hasn't even started yet.
Try to get up or
Try to either get your knees or slide your legs in between the two. So try to get one or the other.
You need to go. What? There? You want me to go there? Okay.
Go about
Okay.
30 more seconds.
I know, I'm getting loopy here, honey. Sorry, I tried to switch for a little. We had
It
like
gets
a,
everywhere.
all the time. Don't worry about it. We had a Himalayan at one time. And that thing was everywhere. Himalayan and a long-haired orange. He had stuff all
So
over
Elena,
him.
we thought she lost Bart on Saturday.
So bad. Well, it's scary when you lose your kitty cat. Especially when they're out roaming the neighborhood looking for a cat, calling a cat at from 11 o'clock till about 3 a.m.
You'd be amazed though.
Breaking into people's backyards, hoping you were gonna get shot,
Oh, yeah.
looking for a lady cat.
You know, oh, I'm
Backyard,
tired.
I didn't realize you
Flat
could
now.
go in the
You know,
backyard.
I'm gonna go break.
I mean, I would too for my cat.
You know the air gets squeezed out.
And he shows up
No,
he showed up at
Why is
like
it so hard to come
6:30
back
the
now?
next morning,
Because, yeah, we,
walking up the driveway.
you know, but, you know, how we train is how we fight. It's not just, intensity is the easiest part to manipulate. Okay? The decision is the hardest part to manipulate. Okay? If you're going, well, at 50% speed, I like to go with these decisions, and as we get up to 100% speed, I do completely different decisions. It makes no sense. And that means every single time I have to reassess, oh wait, no, I'm doing 76 miles an hour, not 75 miles an hour, so my choices are now completely different. We choose one methodology, okay? I mean, obviously, you're gonna know as many as possible, but when it comes to our game plan, we're gonna pick one. And then, depending on what level I need to play it at, I just change the intensity, okay? A choke is a control mechanism, okay? I don't have to choke you, but if I put it around your neck and I hold on to you, I get to control you in the choke. And now the only thing that's gonna make the difference between a choke or control is how hard I choose to squeeze. But I'm not gonna make a different choice and go, okay, well now I'm just gonna control him, so now let's completely change how we play the game. Okay? Because if it just change the intensity level, I don't have to have, 20,000 different moves at my disposal. I reach into my bag, I pick out one, my game plan works if we're playing games through here or if we're fighting in the market. Makes no difference. The way I roll here in this is exactly the same decision-making process I try to do when I'm using the MMA guys. Okay, so again, you have to decide, what are you training for? What rule set? I don't fight for rules. Yeah, fuck you do. Okay? When you go outside and you are out in the parking lot, that is a style of fighting that is a different set of rules. Different time limits, different intensities, different everything else. But it comes with a level of what are you willing to do or not willing to do. That's a set of rules. So when we go into MMA, I'm doing most of it, no eye gouging, no strikes to the groin, things of that nature. Okay? But at the same time, I get to practice that. I get to practice being on top of somebody and actually punching them in the face. I get to practice these things. I don't get to practice high pokes. Okay? No, I can mimic it. Okay? But I never actually get to follow through. My brother likes to play golf, and he would get a couple feet from the pin. He'd go, oh, that's a gimme. Pick up the ball. I go, no, finish it. You'd be amazed how many times he two putts. Okay? In a real fight, I would just eye gouge you. How often do you practice it? So how reliable is it to you? If you're not actively practicing it under stress and under things, what makes you think you're gonna pull it off when somebody's handing you your ass in the parking lot? Do it all the time with most of my guys. If I've been in a fight, I would never make that decision. Once I hit him in the face once, I'm like, why'd you just do that? He goes, well, you hit me in the face. I go, yeah, but you just did exactly what you said you would never do. Because it only took one punch. And all of a sudden your hand is doing exactly what I did. So again, you have to just choose. What is it you want out of jiu-jitsu? And you start to steer your game towards that. If you want to be self-defense oriented, okay, choose bottom every time you roll. Because if you're on top, you're not doing self-defense. Sorry. If I'm the attacker on top,
You're doing self-offense.
I'm doing self-offense. I'm doing self-defense. Okay? If you're doing it for self-defense purposes, every time you roll, choose bottom, put yourself into the defensive position, find your way out, but then say to yourself, what is my goals? Because if my goal is simply to get away, then that should become part of how you roll. Because how you train is how you fight. The decisions that you start to build here are going to be reflective later. Because if you say, I'm going to do something completely different than I do here, you're fooling yourself. You're going to do everything for the most part that you do here. And you're going to basically, you're going to do a shittier version of it when it happens. Because when the stress is kicking in, nothing is right. Everything starts to go weird. Everything starts to go false. Okay? So at that moment in time, what we practice is what we're going to do. Right? So we have to always be looking at, if we're Mike in this position, again, this is why our frame should always be up. Now, we do some things in the game because we're being nice, as I was talking about earlier. I'm trying to be a partner, and we're trying to work on certain things, but we also need to start to build those certain habits. So right off the bat, I should come down and put his hands in play. So when I come in, it should not be easy for me to put my chest. It should be hard. And then Mike will make a conscious choice to let me in, rather than making an unconscious choice to always let me in and then try to fight his way out. Okay? So he'll always put those hands up, always frame up against me, always make it hard for me for at least the first couple seconds, and then go, I'm gonna be a good training partner, and I'm gonna let you in for the sake of the exercise. Do it with guard, do it with everything else. Like, why do I just let Mike wrap me up in guard? I shouldn't be doing that in a live roll. So the moment I come in, Mike's hands are already gonna be framed up. This part, we're gonna kind of move around a little bit, so make sure that you start to see wherever Mike's butt is pointed, that's where we're headed. So as I go to come in and make my connection, this is when Mike begins shrimping. He doesn't wait till he's flat. As soon as I come in and I'm starting to, he's got his frames up, he's gonna start moving away from me to keep me from being able to put my body on. And then what's gonna happen is when he feels like he's got enough of a gap, his legs go in between the two of us. Okay, the only difference is that I want at least 3. Okay, not 1, 3. So the moment I come in, Mike's already intercepted me and out. Okay. As I go to make that connection, I want him framing up and instantly move away, move away, move away. Don't let me make a connection. Okay, so let's reset that. So the moment I come in, his frames are gonna be up, and then instantly, as I push in, he goes away. So as I'm coming in, okay. So at that moment in time, one of us is gonna win. Again, all I'm doing is pushing forward. He's shrimping away, trying to see if he can get a leg in between, and I'm just pressure. Just a bulldozer, going straight forward. I'm not going super fast, he's not going super fast. We're kind of matching each other's speed. Okay, but I'm gonna push forward like a bulldozer. He's gonna move back. If he can get his legs in between, fantastic. Okay, if not, at that point, then I'm gonna make my connection. But I should at least feel those frames, because when we shrimp, 1 is never enough. There should be multiples going in, because again, if it's worth killing, it's worth overkilling. Okay, if you're gonna bet your life on it, man, if it costs $20, I'm showing up with 20 in my pocket. Okay, if it's that important to me, I'm showing up with $100 in my pocket, knowing that I may have to pay more than I wanted to get what I want. Okay? So get your partner, again, on their side. If you want in your square, you can kind of dance from side to side. Have one partner chase you to one corner and have the other partner chase you back to the other corner. Okay, let's frame this up. The moment they touch, okay, already, frame the move, frame the move, frame the move. When you get that chance, put your legs in between the two of you. Okay, or if you think the opportunity's there, get your knees.
No, I
Okay,
go
go.
way closer to the, okay. I would go that way.
And I'm just gonna push away from the goal to get the same position where arm around.
There you go. Dan's getting that.
Again, I didn't know how to train your direction.
Because she won't let me have her. Like, I had my foot, I had to go back and play it, I put my foot in, you're like, look at this little accident.
Yeah.
When I was rolling with you the other day, I'm like, that's all I know, Melissa. Little legs.
Again, top person, just be pressure, be a bulldozer in.
You gotta use what you got. Yeah, I need my abs. Run. I can run from Melissa. I'm running, guys. Yeah, run. I try to run out something. I'm hurting from this one. And what? Did you train? Yeah. Gidget came in and Dave was coaching. We did some
Always lead your
core
partner,
work
don't
and
turn
some
away.
of her pulling guard. Trying to
Turning
get
away
your burn.
feels so natural.
Her pulling guard and me trying to.
In the real fight, it always turns out to be so wrong.
Oh, you're gonna get the chocolate. You get the chocolate? I am getting the button. Chocolate. This is the doggy version of the chocolate. Yeah, chocolate, or we call it the chinela. The gala. You have poor boy alone. Oh, that's right, I can't do that yet. Up on your side. Remember? Oh, active. But you cray this morning. He didn't get his usual playtime today because after the. I know a lot. You guys gave him his. He was wearing one
Make
last
sure you
night,
go
but
back
he
and
didn't
forth
get
with
his
your
usual
partner.
playtime. And make sure he gets his playtime today. He's definitely a creature of schedule. When his schedule is off. He doesn't do that. Especially it wasn't horribly hot, but it was kind of hot. It's supposed to be super crazy hot today. Oh, great. I'm not looking forward to EV classes. Go see that 57. That's like his bewitching arc.
Start on your side. Already, turn on your side, already have your frame
And the
up.
PB's is the hottest.
Yeah, see, your back's
By the
almost
top
on the
is when it's
ground.
the hottest.
Literally, get up on
And
your
it starts
side, all
cooling.
right.
It slowly
Cheat it.
starts cooling off after that. The PB is the most brutal as far as the heat goes. No playing. Not nice. All right, Lara. How you doing?
So 30 more seconds.
So like, there you go. Up on your side.
That was my alarm.
And then
That was my
when
alarm.
you start to shrink back, I want you to start driving this bottom knee. Are you ready?
I was like, oh wait, that's my ring on the phone. I was like, oh, my phone's here.
Normally you. Alright, up on your side. There you go. Now hers goes off like just before 7.
Does it?
Because that's when Lara has
Oh,
to go
right,
take her
right.
shower.
Do the mom
10
thing.
more seconds.
It's the mama thing.
Everybody's checking the phones to see if they're moving.
Yeah. Because I have a similar ring, so I was like, no, my phone's on the floor. Mine's with me.
Mine's way more about Rika, you want in?
Sure, let's go.
Get on the other side of the I'm not loading up.
All right.
Okay, never mind, just kidding.
And then there's
Just kidding.
Just joking.
So now, Mike got me. I did everything on the knots supposed to do. I got caught flat. Okay. So now, this part is for the person on bottom. This is starting to look at where we need to be aiming, when we're shooting. Okay. We do a lot of different stuff gives us the general motion. It's not wrong. That's the part everybody gets caught up in. They're like, oh, is everything as I learned as a white belt wrong? No, it's all correct, but what blue belts do is a more educated version. But it's all based on everything that you learn as a white belt or everything you learn in your fundamentals, okay? Just because we learn how to shut them down or to become more precise doesn't mean that the old information was wrong. Sometimes it's an incremental step that we have to take. Sometimes we can leapfrog right to the end, okay? Some people can do that, but unfortunately for a lot, they have to make those little steps. So Mike's got me down, okay? And again, I put my frames in place. So when this hand is up here, do not put your hand into his shoulder, okay? Put your wrist up into the side of his neck, okay? When the hand is down here, all Mike's gonna do right now is grab the tip of my elbow with his hands, roll his shoulder in, and now I just got wrist locked. And my hand gets stuck just simply because of my own positioning. So if I put my wrist up, and you can see my hand is kind of up here, that's gone. It's not something he gets to do anymore, okay? The other piece is my hand's really not the push. Through here, if Mike's really pushing me down, the hand's kind of weak. The elbow is actually the stronger portion. So now, person on bottom, we're gonna take our tip of our knee and we're gonna put it right up against their hip bone. Okay, right now, your partner on top should already be so tight, there's no way this knee gets in place. So now, partner on top, you're not fighting. You're just being pressure at this point so that I can work, okay? So I'm just gonna put that knee right up against his hip bone, and now I'm just gonna make little movements with my hip until my knee can fall inside the pocket by the hip, okay? Not down here by his knee, okay? I have to make a huge motion down by the knee. So I'm gonna keep this one up here. I'm gonna frame up into Mike so I can push on him a little bit, and then I'm just gonna make whatever little motion I can until my knee slips in, okay? When we go down towards the floor, okay, when I'm all the way down here, the gap I have to make, look at the space, and look at the space. When my knee goes in by the hip, I mean, I don't know, my butt moved 6 inches. When it moved in by his knee, and I created a gap that was probably 1.5 feet, okay? So we're just gonna put our knee right against the hip. Again, if it takes you more than one, it's okay, because we're just learning how simple and how small of a motion it is. So through here, I'm just making some little shifts, and then my knee slides inside the pocket, and now I can start playing into my guard. Okay? So that's what we're just gonna do with our partner. One person on top. Again, person on top, you're not trying to kill them. You're just giving them the barrier that they're working with to slide their knee in or out, okay? If you want, play one down by the knee, see how big that gap is. When I'm sitting heavy, and I'm down here, here's my hip, here's my knee. That's about how much space you need to create. But if you aim at the hip, okay, that knee, again, you only have to make a very small motion, then your knee's gonna slip right in on the hip, and it's gonna become a lot easier. Where you aim, what we target determines, it's not like when you go to work. You know, if I have to move something from one area to another, okay, if you find out that you didn't have to move it from there all the way over there, you just had to put it right there. I mean, that motion's a lot easier. Alright, so let's play with that. 1, 2, 3.
No, you're gonna start down here.
Yeah, you're gonna be on top. You're just gonna be pressure.
Your bum knee. We make one good person.
Hers is her right, mine's my left.
Get your side up, don't lay flat. Now remember, we're not fighting. Those will action figures for first on top. We gotta learn how to get the rep in so that when we do put the resistance in, we know where we're going and how it's supposed to look.
That's cute.
I don't know what good knee is.
Guess where most people, when they try to shred, they put it across the floor.
It's the only thing I gotta save myself.
So he comes up to the hip to help it come across better.
It's funny, the flexibility affects the two legs.
Right now, just put it right up against his hip, so that the moment you create enough space, I want you to feel it literally fall right through your
Kind
head.
of my.
What's that?
That's kind of my reminder.
It's good practice.
Remember, make more than one motion, just keep little scoots, 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 scoots.
Well, if I
Until
drill
it
it
falls
wrong,
in.
then I'll do it. That's what I
Is that the other thing that's telling us, is now we know how far we
No,
need to
no, but
move to be
Yeah.
able to get our leg in.
I know.
just take it.
That's
So
why I do it.
turn, as you're turning, try to get to your side, so I'm not pushing it up, it's more like I'm pushing it back.
Which knee do you want?
No, I don't. Well, no, this one's a bum one.
And then try to make your knee come all the way
If
through.
it hurts, I'll say cross.
Up. On your side.
Try to go all the way through, like literally, try to make it almost knock your hand out of the way.
Arm with you.
Yeah.
Scoot, 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 a little bit more gap. Remember, you have to make more than one motion, it's okay, we're just learning, what does our
Yeah.
gap look like?
Whatever one you're, the bottom knee.
My gap's different than yours, you got long legs.
Because if
you
it's
gotta
flat,
move.
is what he's saying, so get on your
Short
side.
little stubbies.
If it's flat and you're
Don't gotta move so
shrinking,
much.
it's harder to get it in.
And then you can sit
So he's
on
saying
it.
when you're here, to put it up in the hip,
Uh-huh.
here, so when you shrink back, it'll slide in
Try to make
here.
that knee
Less of a work
go
than when it's
all
completely
the way
flat on the
through
ground.
and touch your hand that you have on the
Yeah, now
wrist
try it
on the
without
other
the,
side.
Flat?
yeah, try it flat. Harder to get in. Now try it with your hip. Up on your
And
side.
legs.
Yeah,
So
so
easy.
easy.
So easy. For sure. He's saying it's here already. Oh, that was a wrong knee.
Because I can,
Yeah.
Sounds like mine. If you're not up on that, don't get you.
And then if that doesn't work here.
and she mean hooks and then takes my back. And there's this.
Yeah. Here. Oh no. I gotta get some lessons in. Larry, do you want more?
Come on, Lair. Come on in
Come
the
on,
Lair's
son.
room before you go to work.
Yeah. Get your work in, Larry. Get your work in.
Make him work.
Let's go 30 more seconds.
Make him work.
One more.
You got this. You got this, Lair.
Are you buzzing him?
Yep.
Is your volume up?
It's all in.
On his side. On his side. Nice.
There we go.
The boss calls dad.
I didn't say anything.
All right. So now,
Thank you.
as a general rule, and again, it's just a general rule, because the one rule that governs all rules is when the rule starts to become the reason why I'm struggling. Okay, there is no head fast rule. Most of it's generalities. We're gonna go at 90% if we can. Okay, it's gonna cover 9 out of 10 times. Again, if I was a betting man in Vegas, I'd be rich. Okay, because if I'm going with that kind of consistency, if I put a problem in front of somebody and 9 out of 10 times they'll solve it the same way, I'm going after the 9, I'm not going after the 1. Okay? So it's always comical to me. Every once in a while I'll get people that will come up and they'll go, man, hey, can you help me fix my whatever technique? Fix my shrimp. Okay, cool. What's going on? They show it to me and I go, actually looks pretty good. They go, well, it doesn't work against that guy. Like, it's like, it works against almost everybody else, but it doesn't work against that. Stop it. Like at that point in time, you're saying it works against just about everybody else. But it doesn't work against a guy that is much more experienced than you. It doesn't work against a guy that's been on the mats a lot more. He's got 40 pounds on you, things of that nature. Like, that's not your measuring stick. You're saying it works against everybody else, so it is working. The other person is the anomaly because you're a white belt, they're a brown belt. It's not supposed to work against them. Okay? They're supposed to have a little bit more success. But again, when you do something, not everything is going to work 100% of the time. Okay? Most of the stuff we do in this game fails more than it. But think about it. I mean, when you're playing baseball, what's a great batting average?
500.
Like 300. That's failure 2/3 of the time. And yet we celebrate somebody that's successful 33% of the time. Okay? Where else do we celebrate that in life? You know, that kind of success rate. We don't. But in baseball, we're like, that's amazing. In jiu-jitsu, what I'm looking at is my motions. And that's why I say, you gotta do it more than once. I can't do it once, shrimp, and go, I can't get my knee in. Okay? Move your ass, keep doing it until you can get your knee in. Because otherwise, the other result is you're gonna get pinned down on the ground, and then bad things are gonna happen. So it's worth for you, even if, like, all we did was I just kept shooting, he kept chasing. That was my whole match. Okay, well, he didn't pin you. He didn't hold you down, he couldn't get to phase 2. That's the beginning. Okay? Now, again, we go with the bottom leg, like, we go with the bottom leg fairly consistently, because ultimately, right now, Mike cannot get behind me. Okay? My back, unfortunately, right now is on the ground. So him going behind me or doing anything else other than being in front of me is going to be very difficult. So if I start to get to my side and I put this knee inside, okay, Mike may go this way, but he was already there. He was already on that side of my body. So when I put this knee in, he's either going to go back where he was, or he's going to try to go somewhere else. If he tries to go somewhere else, so move over, he's literally running into my guard. Okay? That's one of the reasons why we go with the bottom leg predominantly, because as long as this other leg is up in the air, if Mike just keeps moving, he literally puts himself into my guard. Okay? Now, if I'm here and I shrimp and I put this knee in, okay, all he's going to do is shove that knee down. Now I'm like, that sucked. Okay? But again, you're going to break every rule. Because sometimes, it's happened to me, I've been to matches and I cannot get that leg in. The guy on top of me is pinning me down, things of that nature. But we know if I put this one in, there's a chance that he might pin my leg down. Okay? So if I'm going to play with that leg, it's going to be very temporary. Okay? I get to my side, I put that knee in, and again, in most cases, it's just so that now I can give a bigger shove to pull my legs inside. It's just a temporary for me to be able to move. But again, we're gonna break every rule we ever create. My logo's disintegrating there. We're gonna break every rule, because when the rule becomes the limitation, and when the rule is what's holding us back, we're gonna break it. Because if everything else isn't working, you know, then we have to try stuff that's a little bit unconventional. The second leg is where we get some of our best work, though. So, one of the things that we're going to do right now is we're just going to create a little gap. We'll do it for a couple minutes, and then we'll start putting in some pressure. If Mike is a big threat, and again, I am flat, and he's got me in through here, and I can't, no, I can't push him up. So So then we're gonna try something else, okay? So through here, I'm gonna give him a bump with my hips, okay? And then I'm gonna shove. And then this leg is gonna go aim for his head, okay? So when I'm here and I give the bump, if this hand comes up like this, what's holding me down? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so automatically a new gap just opened up. If he's still trying to hold on to me and I go here and I throw my leg, this arm becomes in jeopardy. Okay, so now through here I can keep framing and I can get my legs in play. I might be able to go for an arm bar or the like. More than likely Mike's gonna defend. He's gonna go, I don't want my arm to get caught, so what's he gonna do? Most arm bars are for him to sit up and pull his arm out. So then he's gonna be in this position. So as I'm here, give him a quick bump. We're gonna frame. I'm not just pushing up, I'm pushing to feed him towards my legs, okay? In this case, I'm gonna lean slightly towards Mike, or away from Mike, through here, so that when I shove, my leg has a better chance of hooking his head, okay? So now through here, as Mike is starting to create that space to pull his arm out, then my knee slips back in, and I go back to guard. So I'm gonna use an attack to mask the fact that I was never intending the attack to work. I was just intending the attack to open up a new gap, so I could get back to open guard. Make sense?
So you're putting the leg to make him move, to make him make space.
Correct. Now, there is a real arm bar there. I mean, there is a real arm bar, but it's so easy to defend. Things because let go, sit up. The more you try to hold me, the more your arm becomes exposed. Okay, so if that leg comes over the head, general reaction of 90% of people out there is going to be you go, oh crap, they let go, they sit up. Now all that space just opened up. Now we're playing open guard. So we use an attack, knowing that the attack more than likely is going to fail. Okay, if I hit him with it, fantastic. If I tap him with it, it's amazing. But if I don't, it's okay, because I was relying on the fact that 2/3 of the time it's going to fail. Okay, and guess which side of the coin I get more results from? Pulling guard at the end of that arm bar is way more successful than the arm bar itself. So now I'm actually playing both sides of the coin. Okay, when I roll the dice, okay, I win whether, no matter what comes up on the dice now. That's the name of the game. All right, let's try that a couple times, and then we'll put some resistance in. Remember, top player, we're not fighting right now. Opposable action figures so that the bottom person gets to move and actually try to hit some completions. And then we slowly start to ramp up the tension, okay? Because if we just start off with full tension in the beginning, we never get a single rep in. At that moment in time, it turns more into failure, because again, failure is the more common piece rather than success. All right, let's get it.
Aww, it's like you turn into a fairy and you have to be like an adult. That's adulting stuff. Being responsible, your boss. What am I doing? We said my boss said I could take a mental health day. That's what we said.
You get to take 5 mental health days next week.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go to Mexico. Not good enough right now. So, Myler, bye. See you soon. Debating a mental health day.
Shove his leg between your, shove his head between your legs.
Literally said, you gotta come out. Yep. And then, come on. Here. But I didn't put my knee in. I wonder if that mattered. Yes. Here.
No, he didn't have the knee
So when you bump,
initially.
Not initially? Oh, because you sat up and then I put the knee
because I
in.
know I want to go for his head.
Because getting that knee in is difficult. So this
Then
is
you
just
pull
here,
out.
and then as she pulls out, you pull that knee in. Yeah.
Oh. Do you think it's the other?
He goes towards my hips.
Doesn't matter.
This time,
I've only hit it. But go get it. I feel like it looks
this time
different.
instead of shoving with my elbow, I'm actually shoving with my knees, because now
look like you can
making his
different
head
from the walking side. Turn. Yes. But he had his knee somewhere.
Now right there, you see his arm.
So as they pulled out.
They pulled out what? I was listening to you mid-sentence as it turned. I was listening to your instructions.
I'm listening, Melissa. I am. I'm very squirrely today.
It's fine.
Pick up the ball.
I'm listening.
So as it pulls out, or as the other person pulls out, the knee slips through.
Okay, so here, 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 and then you said push the head. Yeah.
And then as she pulls out, then you get your
Then
knee
the
through.
knee comes
Knee
through.
through.
But didn't he have it? He kept that up
Yeah,
there.
it's a guard.
Oh, he went to guard.
Oh, so he swung back out.
Okay, so
That's what I'm missing.
Okay.
Sorry, we had Melissa.
Yes.
Sorry, my ADHD is like.
Now, pull that leg through. Okay, put your leg on the other
Sure.
side. Nope, don't worry about pulling this one out.
Regard.
Now,
Oh, triangles, I think.
so you can go here, and now we can start playing.
Yeah. Here, pull, regard, or work your triangles. Put my gun too.
I usually,
Not that I couldn't.
I go at a grandma pace with that. That's not
Is it because it's too many steps? Like
It's
not
'cause
flowing
mine
for
goes-
you? That's what I'm meaning. Same thing. I was just trying to say it nicely.
I know, right?
Maybe it's open.
Always happy with that.
And this.
When I try to hold on, usually the arm bar becomes.
Is that the
So
triangle?
in a lot of cases, I mean, it's really amazing how many people are still trying to hold on. You'd be amazed at how many people are
Does it go over? I know, it's just super important. This one's triangle or this one? No, this is
After they become like
outline for this.
and then they go,
Oh no, that's what I get for sticking my fucking nail in. Oh, so it's open, or you go here, here, and then you pull, grab, pull, this, here. I thought you were telling me, no, 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 no. Let's work. Is this my last week in that vacation? This is Harper's last week in camp. Oh yeah. Here. He didn't have the knee in for the arm. Yeah, it's my last week.
here.
Cause they only do it for 8 weeks.
Right.
Yeah, you need to swing that back, cause if you didn't swing that back, then I was gonna start doing it. So if you didn't swing it this way like you were going to, I was gonna try to push it.
then, once that one's,
So swing it back.
then.
Yeah, like you were going to.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like you're trying to
I
pull
was
your
letting you know what I would've done if you didn't reopen to try to
Well, no, it
rerun.
just kind of felt weird. That's good.
Shove me away and get my arm by first.
Here, here,
Instead of trying to.
bar, swing,
Yes.
here,
Or you go right to the
These
front.
guys.
what's that?
So or you go right to the
My
front.
son works all the time. For me, I need to like weigh my hips
Of course.
just a little bit.
3 times.
I'm down to the twin.
So, so first one.
No,
That way, just slightly.
all the way around.
Turn that way. Nope, that way. So, shove his head.
Because if you hadn't, like I said, you didn't swing this back, I was
And then, as soon as that leg touches, I turn back into it. I gotta get my stubby.
We're gonna open all the jujitsu. Pocket. Oh, you want this side? I'm done with you. You're not.
Don't
No,
be this kind.
I mean,
You are legit going for an arm bar, it's just we know it's gonna fail.
here.
But again,
Yep.
I have to legit go for it and let it fail
Here.
to get my result.
Or triangle.
Which again is the reason why I don't believe in feints or fakes or things of that nature. I believe.
I gotta get my shrimp out better though.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that's an issue right
Maybe
there.
you need to be, yeah, like you said,
This is my
The
one.
moment you don't
Over-
believe it,
over exaggerated.
you don't react. You're not gonna react the way I want you to. So go for the arm bar. Make it his responsibility
Ooh, butterfly.
to pull the arm.
That's nice.
And then
Even
again,
if I
what you're gonna
hold
find is
here
now,
and
you're
so-
even gonna be in a better position.
Adjust.
All right, let's put one person on their back.
Ew.
Again, what we're gonna start with is, you're not flat,
Oh, no,
you're
he's
slightly
just
up on
throwing
your
that
side,
away.
hands are already in, your partner is literally
My dog
right
has
by you,
one.
okay?
It doesn't. We found it at the dog.
When they lean in, not when the timer says go, when they lean in and they make contact with your hands, that's when you get to resist, okay? So bottom person, okay, this is just more situational, it's not really like a full live roll. Bottom person, I want you trying to either pull guard, so if you can get your legs wrapped around their waist, we're gonna call that success, that game is done. We go back to that side control position. If you can get to your knees, like right now where Charlie's at, if you can get to your knees, as long as you are facing your partner, we'll call that done. Okay, and then go back into that side control. Okay? If it's not one of those two for the person on bottom does not succeed. One is to either get up, create that space, or pull guard. Top player, if you can mount your partner, advance from side control into a mounted position or a back take, we'll call that success. Okay? And for you, that's your only 2 wins in the top position. So hold that side control, don't let the bottom person out, or advance into mount or a back take. But there's no subs this round. It's just positional pressure. Alright, so figure out who's on bottom first.
Okay, so my only win is either to total up and face you or
Again,
to
start on your
mount you.
side.
Your only win
Remember,
is to mount
once your partner
or to,
touches,
what was the second
you're
one? Mount,
resisting. Alright, go.
the one on top, mount or, oh, back take.
Remember, half guard is not full guard. It must be full. This whole round is the same person on bottom.
No guard, no guard. No guard. He did no guard. No guard.
Butterfly count?
Yeah.
Almost to the hot over. Dang it.
You work so hard for it. Oh.
Yep.
Alright, you ready? Never. So back take in there. How do I get a back kick from side?
I don't know, but you're like a magician.
Set. Go.
Dang it.
1, 2, 3. Alright, switch.
Try not to touch
Thank
me.
you. Appreciate it.
Well, okay, it's not for ankles, I don't think I can. No, it's okay. Do you want me down?
One more minute.
Ready?
Oh, you almost had that back. Oh, let me think about it.
Dave says go the other direction.
30 seconds.
That was good.
Cramp.
You almost had it. That's it.
Yes. Tell you, there's nothing worse. It's literally handing you your ass.
You love it.
I do.
You love it.
10 seconds.
There we go. Go.
You love it.
3, 2, 1. Time. Switch. Other person
Oh,
down.
we can go back for it. Alright, right there.
15 seconds.
You should have a board like, it's been this many days since I chewed up a toy.
Right?
Oh, he's had breathe. You get a breathing.
Here we go. Go.
Sorry. That couldn't have felt good.
Early today, stupid ghost. Early. I love it. I hate this position. Yes, okay. They ruined my day. Gotta do all the things. Work on your shit. Yeah.
After this guy will be getting.
Work on your shit.
Oh, that's right. So wait, where are we going? So do we stop when we get back?
Ghost.
Stop?
Ghost. Ghost. Done now.
Oh, there's the back take.
Ah, no.
Keith. 1, 2, 3. I was like, how do you get to back take? Never mind. Take it back. Dave made me open my brain. What's that? Dave made me open my brain. Oh, no, me. Oh, you? Me. Yep. Go.
30 seconds.
Damn it.
Nice. Oh, shoot. That's beautiful. Thank you for letting go of that. Oh, gosh, yes. Absolutely. My good leg. That's it. Catch and release.
1.
Beautiful.
Time.
We're in a catch and release. Yeah, I gotta work.
All right, let's take a quick
That's my
break,
boss
and then
on my
those
team,
of us
mental health.
keep
I
going
thought
a
you
little
had
bit.
5 mental health days. 4. She thinks I'm not coming in on Wednesday.